Hello. Welcome. The name is Doris, Disco Doris 009, License to Chill. Hi Ghostly, how are you? How is everybody? How have your weeks been? What's been going on? What's been happening in your lives? What have been your victories? Hi Pokey. What have been the little victories? What have been the medium victories? What have been the big victories? How has the world been with you? So I'm trying to think back to you have the day off work. Happy International Women's Day, indeed. And he was so getting into that, having the day off work, he very nearly forgot that he was supposed to go for a haircut this morning. It was supposed to be at 11, and he just left the house at 1 minute to 11. So presumably his stepsister, who does his hair, was not too worried about the fact that he arrived late. Not much to report on this week. Done quite a bit of knitting, so that's good. Been and done a doctor's visit and the library, so it's been a boring admin work. Or is that boring admin week? So I received my work laptop, so I have been getting on with some work, fighting with various systems. Week. You did a Cade typo. Yeah, I'm not sure whether Cade's alive or not, actually. I sent him a message earlier, but shows him as idle on Discord, so I'm imagining he's probably not. Pokey went out this week for a customer meeting in Warwick. You did? The car behaved all the way there and all the way back again. Sweaty tryhard coming through, a 70 stream streak. That's a heck of a streak. All of the streaking. Nice, Ghostly. Well done, you. I'm sure that Cade will be here as soon as he can be. I reckon he's either asleep or doing food or something. You don't miss a Doris stream. It's your happy place. Oh, I'm so delighted to be your happy place. Can I claim that as a victory? Is that a victory for you? I'm not sure. Both are victories. So I'm really glad that it's a happy place for you here, Ghostly. That's really lovely. I'm trying to think what else I have been doing, if anything. Oh, I did a wrong click just then. Hi, Kate. Welcome. I did send you a little message on Discord earlier. Speak of Decade, and he appears with all the hugs. All the hugs for you too, Cade. All of the hugs. So I went to the dentist this week. So small victories, I suppose. Things are improving slightly with my teeth. I didn't get told off anyway. Yeah, so Pokey was speaking of friends he got in contact with through Facebook after many years. And he's now arranged to go and meet them over Easter, which is really nice. You download the games now? Okay, so if we haven't got enough people, I asked Cade if we've got enough people, I'd love to play Slipstream again. But yes, we'll do a co-op puzzling. So we've got 2 games, I think. One is called, let me get this right, Unsolved Case. That one's a free one. That might keep us busy enough for the entire stream, I'm not sure. But if not, then we've got another one called Unboxing the Cryptic Killer. So if we don't have enough people to play Slipstream, then what we'll do is Kate and I will do the puzzling. I feel like that was a good idea. Oh, all the misclicking today. I'm doing so well. So well. There we go. Yes, that is the prequel to the... I think both of them are prequels to the demo we played last time. Or they're certainly made by the same people. So Cade was the one that hooked me up with both of them. So they're both prequels. Okay. I'm just trying to think what else I've been up to. Got a little bit more of my knitting done. I'm finally on the bottom welt. So there's a lot of sweater. There's a lot of sweater, but I'm finally on the final welt of the bottom. So hopefully that'll all be finished for my trip away. What else have I got done? I feel like I've done lots of things. Oh, I decluttered more of the bedroom. Just the sleeves left to do after I finish the welt. I've got to finish the welt first. I think I'm going to make the welt around about 10 centimetres, about 4 inches. But yeah, it's a good size. It's a good size sweater. Yeah, looks fantastic. Thank you so much. So I finally decluttered properly the bedroom and managed to get the suitcases which have been living on top of the wardrobes inside the wardrobes. But I do need to do a big tip to the recycling centre because there is so much that needs to go there. Maybe I'll try and get some of that done tomorrow. You have a whole bag of knitted chickens and not one of them has laid a chocolate egg yet? I mean, that's no good, is it? Easter's what, 3 weeks away, I think, now? I think 3 weeks' time is Easter Friday. Oh, yeah, of course. I did the closed beta. So that was the thing that I did. Really, really happy. I mean, there's a lot still for them to finish. But really enjoyed the playthrough. And hopefully... when it comes out in September, what I'm thinking of doing. So Spiral is all about memory loss in old age. So I think what I might do is try and schedule a charity stream. Going through the game, probably a long stream, do the entire game in one go. So probably a 6 to 8 hour stream, and yeah, do something like Alzheimer's research, something along those lines. One of the Alzheimer's charities. How do people feel about that? Yeah, you think that's a good? I might be cheeky and ask Pat and Ryan if I can advertise it to their streams as well. Not over. I shall do it quietly behind the scenes. I will not, go on their streams and ask, because that would be very rude. But I can DM both Ryan and Pat and see whether they'd be happy to advertise it on their streams. I'd probably do it at the weekend. I got some tree surgeons in this week to sort out my bush. I've had the bay tree and the one of the cherry trees cut down in the back garden because they were both out of control. Yes, my bushes were out of control. But strictly the shrubbery. So that was, yeah, that was another busy thing, getting that organised. In the word of fellow Geordies, Shy Ben's gotten out, so ask away. Yeah, as I said, I should probably ask, you call yours a shrubbery too? We are the knights who say nee, and we want a shrubbery. Yeah, so it's nice and clear down the bottom of the garden. So now it needs a proper spring tidy up. So traditionally Easter is the big time for nursery, you know, people getting out and buying their plants. I really ought to get some proper cleaning up. I need to get the jet washer out and clean down all the paving properly. There's a whole load of brambles that need to come out. Oh, I got a quote for the fence as well. So we'll probably get the fence replaced. But yeah, I'm pretty on top of bits and pieces. Hi, maybe your day just got infinitely better. Walking into a Monty Python quote is perfection. Well, it's because we were talking about my shrubbery being trimmed, maybe. I got my bushes cleaned up. So, yes, got organised. So, it happens that my hairdresser, her husband is a landscape gardener. So he dropped off her lunch when I was having my hair done last. I was like, can I give you my number? I need you to come and quote for taking down some bushes. So he's taken away the bay tree and he's taken away the one of the cherry trees. So unfortunately we've still got the stumps of both of them, but unfortunately the beds that I've got are too narrow for him to get the stump grinder in. So I'll either have to wait for them to rot and then get them out, or keep whatever sprouts from them under control. One or the other. But yeah, I'm very glad that both of those are trimmed. I also trimmed the winter clematis back, and that looks a lot nice. So we've got a lot more light in the garden. It's quite amazing. They're not in the same place, maybe. Single stumps are not much use, and also they're actually beds that I want to do other stuff with. If you've ever seen pictures of my yard, I think you tried. It's fine. I shall either have to, as I said, I'll either have to wait for them to rot down and then get them out, or I don't really fancy trying to do anything else. If the bay tree starts sprouting, it's just a case of me keeping things under control. You know, they both got out of control, but they got out of control during the years of me looking after my dad. And then they were too out of control, and then they continued to be out of control through the pandemic, etc. So, you know, it's nice to get them sorted out. It's really nice to get them sorted out, but it's just the way it is. So, how has your week been, maybe? I know you said your day got infinitely better, so I'm hoping your day hasn't been too terrible. What else? So I went to the dentist, did the declutter, got the back bedroom under control now. You're busy, you're still catching up from being out of town 2 weeks ago. Yeah, how is Mum doing? She's still recovering nicely? I know your sister took over. Starting to see the light, nice. I saw the painted model as well. Was it a dinosaur or a dragon? It's one of those, wasn't it? Sorry for being a bit vague. She's doing great. That's lovely. That's really lovely to hear. Fantastical combination of both. Hi, Dina! How are you? I love all the photos we've had of John recently. I'm looking at Discord right now. I don't normally look at Discord because I go quiet and, you know, because I'm reading everything. And that's why I don't normally look at Discord. Yeah, how has your week been, Dina? Has everything been good? I mean, we had the slightly less positive thing of I took Mum to the hospital, but I think everybody's heard about that, so I'm not going to harp on about it. But I've managed to play some Sea of Thieves with Faye. I managed to play some Nightingale with Crip and Ian. And that was fun too. I think I'm going to put the music down just a fraction, or is the music not too loud for you? I feel it's just a little bit loud. There we go. Is that a bit better? Music is a bit loud. Is that a bit better now? Let me bring the microphone a little bit closer to my face as well. You thought it was a bit loud too. Okay. You're okay? Have been a little bit productive today, but not much. You've finished one of your drawings on the tablet. I'm quite happy with that. That's nice. That's really nice. I think I did the volume on the first track that I had going, and the first track I had going really was quite quiet compared to subsequent tracks. I'm using Epidemic music again. I think I just put in acoustic, so we'll probably have quite a variety of different music coming through. I've definitely been a bit addicted to makeover and decluttering YouTube videos this week. You're enjoying the tune? Let me see what it's called. It's called Pensando on Ti by Ramiro LR. This one's called In the Barn by Roy Edwin Williams. It's a shame that Epidemic doesn't do the thing whereby you can, the pretzel I used to be able to have what was playing pop up in chat, but Pretzel, they broke the app a while back, and I don't know whether it's been fixed yet. It's been broken for quite some time. I can't get it to authorize me with the Twitch channel, which is really, really annoying. Broken pretzels are a shame. I know, those pretzel crumbs. Although you can do interesting things with pretzel crumbs, like use it instead of breadcrumbs on, things like covering pork steak or fish or things like that. Be right back. Okay, Cade. Pie crusts too. Well, pretzels tend to be quite salty for me. So I mean, I'm not a great fan of pie crust, which I tend to regard as shortcake pastry. Shortcake pastry? Short pastry. I don't mean shortcake. I mean short pastry. And I wouldn't use them for a sweet pie, like apple pie or anything like that. Used to make a strawberry cream pie sort of thing with a pretzel crust. Yeah, it's too salty for me for that. I don't like salt in crust. I don't really like a lot of pastry, to be perfectly honest. The type I like is all the really bad pastry, the really flaky stuff that you make, you know, Danishes and that sort of with. That's the only pastry I really like. It's as much fat as it is flour. Oops. It needed salt to cut down the sweet. You see, that's probably why I don't tend to, if I'm making something like apple pie, I don't put any sugar with the fruit at all. Like something like strawberries, you wouldn't need to add any sweetness whatsoever. Strawberries are sweet enough as they are. So I don't add any sweetness to. The one thing I would say that I would add it to is rhubarb, because rhubarb is really quite sharp. Maybe a little bit with black currants, because they're also very sharp. They're about the same sort of sharp sour as cranberry. You need a bit of sugar with cranberry as well. But you know, both blackcurrant and cranberry, you can do the sweetening with juice, like an orange juice, instead of sugar anyway, which I prefer to do. You now want rhubarb crumble? I mean, and if I do a crumble topping, what does... Faye calls apple crumble apple crisp. So I don't know whether that's just a Idaho thing. But it's one of his favourites. I don't know whether that's a US thing, calling it crisp rather than crumble. I do two types of crumble. One is salt, fat, sugar. Sorry, salt, not salt. Flour, sugar, fat. And the other one is oats, sugar, fat. Can't go wrong with a crumble, indeed. The oats is the slightly healthier. You hear crisp more often than crumble. So, okay, so it extends at least to Ohio. But they're the same thing, right? They're not a different thing. Like when we were discussing the recipe, Faye and I, it sounded like it was exactly the same thing. But yes, I don't tend to add any sugar to the fruit when I'm making a crisp or a crumble. I don't use cooking apples for them though. I use eating apples, so you've got the sweetness there to start with. You've never had a crumble top with oats, but the healthy version goes out the window when you top it with ice cream or custard? Not really. Neither ice cream nor custard are actually all that bad for you. It does depend on the custard. You know, proper dairy ice cream is an egg custard frozen. But most people that talk about custard in the UK are talking about Bird's custard, which is an egg-free custard. It was developed because his wife had an egg allergy, and that's closer to what the US call pudding, but it would be a vanilla pudding. So it's basically corn flour, sugar and vanilla in with the milk or cream. But a proper egg custard is quite a different thing. You're talking about thick, stand your spoon up in it, plaster the walls and fill in potholes custard. Yes, I had to laugh this morning. I was browsing through my email, and what's it called? Neighborhoods or something. There's an app which, you know, is, you know, a social community of your locality, and it was an invite to the annual fishing competition in High Wycombe's potholes. So you mentioning potholes made me laugh. Yeah, I mean, that's just more... I mean, I presume it's bird's custard, Ghostly. It's just more corn flour, basically. More cornstarch in it. We call it corn flour. Again, the US call it cornstarch. It's not all that different from blancmange. I mean, if you're making it thick enough, it's close to a blancmange. You don't think it's birds, but it could be an egg-free variety. You don't know. I mean, I say birds because, as I said, birds actually invented it. So it could be a different brand. But if it's like a corn flour arrangement, yeah. But actually, I mean, this is one of those things that cream and butter were demonized for a long time. And whilst we still shouldn't eat too much of them, they're nowhere near as bad for your diet as they were made out to be. Turns out that the cereal producers really got to the nutritionists and the government. So when you get all the, you should eat so much starchy food, that's really at the behest of producers of corn and wheat and all those sort of things. Actually, we don't need the carbohydrates and the sugars that we have, but you know, we should go careful on dairy. There was much propaganda paid for by the likes of Kellogg's. Indeed. Indeed. But it wasn't just Kellogg's themselves. It was also the farmers that produced the corn. And I mean, people think of farmers as like mom and pop, but you know, if you really talk about big agribusiness, you know, some of the farmers own, you know, millions of acres. They're just huge landowners rather than... They're not people that actually work the land themselves as you think of as a farmer. They're people that, you know, have leasehold farmers and they direct all the operations, you know, effectively factory farming. But yeah, the actual sort of evidence base, you're far better off with butter than you are with plant butter or margarine, both of which are not actually terribly good for you. To be fair, if you want something to go with your bread, you're actually best off with the Mediterranean solution of balsamic vinegar and olive oil. Olive oil on your bread is much better for you. But extra virgin olive oil is expensive, and I'm totally aware that extra virgin olive oil is very expensive. Having said that, a good quality one and a good quality balsamic vinegar, absolutely terrific with your bread. You'll stick with jam. Well, you see that fruit and sugar. There's a lot of sugar there, Ghostly. Really, you're trying to balance away the carbs with a little bit of good fats. As much sugar as possible. Yeah, that's not so good for you, definitely. Added sugar, generally... I mean, the reason for jam is very simple. Sugar is a really good preservative. So, you know, in the time where we weren't shipping fruit all around the world and you couldn't get fresh fruit, making it into jam at the glut of the harvest time was an ideal way to keep, to preserve it. It's called preserves after all, and have it through the winter. Hi, Kate. Welcome back. So So, what other victories have been happening this week, if any? What positive moments have you had? Have you had any funny moments during the week? Steam was fighting you. Oh no. All of the Steam fight. Did you need a safety valve? Question, do people still enjoy having the toast time in the week? The numbers have been dwindling a little and lots of people don't chat up during toast time these days. Okay, yes, everybody still likes it. Good, good, good. PayPal wouldn't work. Tried the credit card. That didn't work because the code expired, so retried PayPal and success. Oh well, okay. So what else would people like to chatter about? If anything. The lack of actual toast does disappoint you. Well, it's toast as in toasting to successes, Ghostly. That's why it was toast time. I don't think you wanted to roast Ghostly, Cade. It's a wonderful typo from you, as usual. Don't roast the ghost. The spectral bits go all crispy. Hi, Snow! How are you? I'm no good at roasting. The reason I'm no good at roasting is I have a very bad side of me that finds things funny that actually hurt people, and the last thing I ever want to do is actually hurt people, but I have an unerring instinct for managing to find sort of soft spots, which is never my actual intention. But I'm only sarcastic in my head these days because I absolutely do not want to upset and hurt people. No one likes a crispy ghost. Cade is wibbling at Ghostly. Most people here can be roasted with compliments. I'm not sure that's exactly the definition of a roast. That's for true. Ghosts should swoosh, not crackle. They can clank occasionally. They're allowed to clank. But yes, you are all very cute. You all have your own talents and skills. And you're all very, very lovable too. You found scones in your grocery store yesterday, but the lack of clotted cream makes you sad. Oh no, Snow. Yeah, I think you had clotted cream and scones when we went to the gardens. So when Snow came to visit, I think I took Snow, Grace and Vio to Waterperry Gardens, which is a lovely agricultural college gardens. Just outside Germany doesn't know clotted cream. You can make it, but it's a heck of a job. You loved it there? It was beautiful. Snow's regret was that she didn't have room in her suitcase for all the lovely stuff in. So although it's agricultural college gardens, there's also a really, really old church there, because it was a big house and gardens that was bequeathed to the college. There's a really, really old church, which we went into. It's got like 14th century stained glass. But it's also got a museum of agricultural bits and pieces and things that they generally found in the area. And it's got this big, and it's got an art gallery, and it's got a big barn full of homeware that you can purchase with lovely sort of artisan pottery and really nice furnishings and things. And Snow was really it was before she moved into her new flat, but she was like, I want all the things for my new flat. You were, weren't you, Snow? You were definitely, I want this cushion, and I want this pillow, and this bit of pottery. I bought a rose. There, and that's still going really well. Yeah, suitcase was too small. Suitcase too small. They had a really nice art installation as well, with all sorts of different metal animals. I think Snow's furnished her apartment now, though. Although Snow knows that she's always welcome here. She wants to come and visit. There's always space for more. You're always afraid to buy pottery or breakable stuff overseas because getting it home in one piece is a miracle. I'm pretty good at packing that sort of thing. So if you get a piece of pottery, like a vase or a cup or a mug or something, stuff it with your underwear and then wrap it in t-shirts. And as long as you've made it as tight a bundle as you possibly can, your clothes work really well as shock absorption. They're just as good, if not better, than polystyrene. After you visit Shiva, you might plan another England trip. You're going across to visit Shiva? Oh, lovely. Are you going across to New York or California? You're just waiting to see where he ends up and then start the actual planning. Fair enough. That sounds wonderful. Sounds really good. I think I might try and go and visit Fate again next year. But we got 2 trips booked for this year. Obviously, I'm doing my Mediterranean jaunt with my mum in April. And then Pokey and I have booked to go to Spain in end of September, beginning of October. We're going to fly down to Gibraltar and then go from Gibraltar Airport along the coast to Estepona. So looking forward to that. You're flying to Vienna in 2 weeks. Nice! Buying books is such a good hobby. I buy so many ebooks. I actually got into dispute with Google Play this week. When I was at the hospital, I finished the book I was reading. So I was like, let's have a look on the Play Store for another book. And there was an author I really like, and it was like this book reduced to $2.99, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun. So I bought it. got home and the email receipt said, "Thank you for your purchase for $5.99." I was like, I'm not having this. So I'd finished the book already. But I got in contact with Google and I was like, I'd like a refund between the $5.99 and the $2.99. And they refused it. So that was a thing. It was a bit rude. Having said that, I got an email afterwards because I made the point that I think it's like a physical store. You know, you really shouldn't be allowed to advertise at one price and charge another. And they emailed me with, as a goodwill gesture, they'll adjust my play account by that amount. So their systems wouldn't let them process anything different. I mean, there was all sorts that went on in that conversation. So it's like, we're only a payment platform. You'll have to get in touch with the third-party developer. And I was like, it's a book. Are you talking about the author? Because, you know, this Play Store, I understand that you didn't produce the book, but you still have obligations as a store not to advertise at one price and sell at a different one. Pokey's been trying to catch me out several times this week with spouting song lyrics at me. Yeah, it wasn't a goodwill gesture. They really, I mean, I did point out, you know, look at my track record of how much I purchase from Playbooks. And this is the first time I've ever complained. You know, you done fucked up. Please admit that you done fucked up. Because I spend hundreds of pounds in the Play Store. I mean, it's only 3, 4, 5 here, there, and everywhere, but you know, it's probably once a week at the least. I mean, I actually asked them for some information. I said, you know, can you tell me, you spend far too much money on Kindle books? Well, Kindle I do differently. Over on Amazon, I have Kindle Unlimited, so I pay, I think it's £10 a month, and I can borrow various different books like a library. So I had more of an issue with Amazon. In the early days, they had not got themselves sorted out at all. And there were incidents of people purchasing books and then having chargeback on them, and Amazon just removing them from people's Kindle libraries without people, you know, people had bought books and then Amazon just removed them. Kindle Unlimited never had enough books that you were interested in for you, so you just buy the ones I want to read. I mean, I would say there's been quite a few that have introduced me to series that I have subsequently purchased, Dina. I don't find it too bad. It's like anything else. It takes a little while to learn what you like to read, so that you get used to it. But for example, Holly Black's series I got on Kindle Unlimited. So the Folk of the Air. I read all of the Folk of the Air on Kindle Unlimited, which I thought was good. So Cruel Prince, Queen of Nothing, Wicked King. I read quite a lot of the Seven Sisters series, Lucinda Riley. They were quite wonderful. I read Heart of the Sun Warrior and Daughter of the Moon Goddess on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, there's quite a few things that I've read on Kindle Unlimited that I think were really, really enjoyable. But, you know, those might not be your sort of books. I don't know that. Yeah, you went off reading for a while, didn't you, Dina? You just got involved in K-dramas or drawing. Holly Black you've read before, and some of her books do sound interesting. Well, I mean, I read voraciously, Dina. I mean, the book I'm talking about that I disputed with Google. How long is it? 360 pages odd. And I read it in 3 hours. So that gives you some idea of how quickly I go through books. Because of going through them that quickly, you know, I can read 2 or 3 in a day if I'm just lounging about. You just can't focus on reading. Have you tried audiobooks at all, Dina? I mean, the joyous thing is I have Audible as well. And now that Amazon has bought it, the Kindle Unlimited extends to audiobooks as well. So I can just listen to them. One of the reasons why it's even more annoying that the ADHD meds don't help yet. You see, reading is something where I can instantly hyperfocus. I do understand the falling asleep thing with audiobooks. I do understand that. I mean, I find that they're most useful for me when I'm actually doing housework. So I don't really like housework either. But, you know, it does have to be done. Sorry, I'm being very distracted by how filthy my keyboard is. There's so much fur in it right now. Yeah, it definitely has to be done. And that's when I will, you know, stick an audio book on. So I've got something to listen to as I do the housework. It makes me feel a bit better. You did the hyperfocusing before. I mean, that's been a lifelong thing for me, Dina. I'm not saying that you should. You use Grace's weekend streams to do the housework as it makes the time fly by. Nice. Hi, Rose. Happy work lurking. Anybody else got anything they want to chatter about? I think I've rattled out on about nonsense. Sticky notes are good for cleaning out keyboards once the bulk of the fur is gone. Gets the little leftover bits nicely. I think I actually need to remove the keys. I think there is so much going on that I have actually got another keyboard somewhere, so I might grab the other keyboard, take this one apart, and give it a really proper clean. It needs isopropyl alcohol. It needs cat fur and keyboard is a mood. It's not just cat fur, I'll be perfectly honest. The cat fur is the worst thing. But it's got sticky stuff on it where I've used the keyboard when I've been, you know, food all over my fingers and stuff. It's sticky. The keyboard is sticky and it's got dirt stuck to it and it's got cat fur. I don't know whether I can actually show you how grotty my keyboard is. I don't know whether the camera's going to pick it up or not. It does. It does show you how grotty my keyboard is. Oh dear, indeed. My old gaming keyboard is about 6 feet away from you to keep connected to your servers. I thought that was an old Microsoft keyboard over there. Oh, the music's gone off in an interesting direction. What have we got here? Zapateando. Alchones Nikos. Let me pull the volume down just a touch. Yes, it is indeed my old gaming keyboard. It's also quite dusty. Sends a Hoover, a tub of disinfectant wipes and a multi-pack of sticky notes. You had to get a new keyboard when you destroyed the other one by spilling coffee and milk on it repeatedly, but the new one already looks like it's 5 years old. Yeah, this one definitely needs some love and attention. It is a bit of a mess. The milk was John. Hi, Pat. How are you? Good, I hope. Doing good? Lovely to hear. Have you got any victories this week that you'd like to share with us? If not, no problem. I mean, I think if you had Muesli in front of the keyboard and he stuck his claw in the big mouse pad and you tried to move the paw, he took the mouse pad with him and kicked the bowl of muesli and milk all over the whole keyboard. It was the thing. Yeah, I can believe that. My new work laptop, I've already had the cat walking all over it. Like, I was actually in a call with the IT department at my workplace and at the company, and he was remote controlling, and suddenly everything went awry, and I was like, I'm sorry, the cat's walking over the keyboard. That's why you always have a second keyboard at hand. Yes. I've got a key that sticks as well, which is not ideal. So, as I said, I think I just need to take all the keys off. I won't take them all off in one go, but I'll take them off in sections. Clean the keys up. I think the keys I can probably do with some soap and water. I don't think that will be any difficulty. The keys themselves don't have any... Well, the back of them does, but the front of them is fine. Thank you for my fresh drink, Pokey. But yes, I eat quite often at my desk, and you know, there's definitely moments I've got sticky fingers where I'm typing and I shouldn't be. My poor mouse needs a clean too. That's full of cat fur. It's not as bad as it was. At one point I turned it over and it's an optical mouse, and the bit that's got the optic in it was just, there was just a plug of cat fur in there. It's not that bad anymore. Mood. Absolutely. I need to clean my whole office area actually, especially now that I've got the new work laptop. I want to rethink the way I've got my desk set up so that it's more friendly for moving the keyboard out of the way and using the laptop. Your mouse has seen the whole living room by now because John gets stealing it when you're not home. My boob shelf helps to keep crumbs off the keyboard. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I do have a boob shelf. It does get very mucky. I am a mucky eater. I try not to be, but, you know, it's just a fact of life. I am very mucky. Right, if we haven't got anything else to chatter about, shall we pivot? Would anybody like to play Slipstream? I'm not buying anything from Temu. Ever. You can for an hour. Temu needs to die, I agree. I don't buy from any of those things. Don't buy from Temu, don't buy from Xi'an. AliExpress is less of an issue. AliExpress is more a Chinese version of Amazon. So Poke buys a lot from AliExpress, but you're actually getting it direct from the Chinese manufacturers generally, Dina. So they're less of an issue to me. I mean, a lot of what you get on AliExpress is the same things as you'll get on Amazon, just the Chinese retailers going direct. They're not, no. AliExpress is more like an Amazon, but a Chinese one. So, like Amazon, manufacturers can list direct with AliExpress. Also, yes, Slipstream. Okay, I think we've got enough of us. We've got 1, 2, 3. Cade's be right back. Maybe, were you going to play some Slipstream with us? Pat, have you played Slipstream yet? It is free to play. Snow, are you going to Slipstream with us? Maybe he's got to work. Unfortunately, I think if we've only got 3 or 4 of us, it's going to be a little bit unmanageable. If there's only 3 or 4 of us, then I think we'll have to go to plan number 2, plan B, which is wait for Cade to get back because we have some cooperative games to play. So do you remember last week We played a demo, which was like a detective puzzle game. So there's 2 prequels to that. One is Unsolved Case, which is a free to play. And then there was Unboxing the Cryptic Killer. So I think we would play Unsolved Case to start with, but I do have to wait for Cade to get back for that particular plan. You're working on commission stuff while we're listening, so not today. That's fine, Snow. Yeah, you knew what you were getting when you bought that scam USB drive, though, Pokey. I am still enjoying Nightingale, yes. But because of what happened on Wednesday, I wasn't in a mental space to play a co-op game yesterday. So that was why House Flipper. So Wednesday, Mum and I went to the hospital. That was what happened on Wednesday, just for reminder's sake. Also, I'd been working most of Thursday, so I wasn't in the mental space to play more Nightingale. Oh, thank you for the hugs, Snow. And House Flipper 2 is nice and easy on my brain. I can potter around decorating houses to, you know, till the cows come home, basically. Just wanted to see if there'd been an update I didn't like or the servers were down, given some of the more negative reviews. Oh, honestly? How are the reviews on Nightingale doing? Let's have a quick look. Still mixed, but 61% of the user reviews are positive. I mean, this is an interesting one. Posted 3rd of March. It's better than the reviews make it seem, and so far I'm enjoying my time. Do not purchase this game until they provide an offline version. Disconnected due to inactivity. I am cooking fucking dinner. I mean, just log out, you silly bastard. Tried playing this on my Steam Deck, but the graphics were horrible. I was very disappointed in it. It's meh. Realms are the same, puzzles are the same, grind is the same, it's repetitive. Virtually every survival game is repetitive, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I mean, it's also in early access, so we know it's not going to be a complete angel of a You need a stream of me looking at negative reviews of my favourite games to see the rage. I don't really rage, but that was from Nightingale, Cade. I was looking at the reviews of Nightingale. I think people have been very unfair to it. I get that some people don't like them much, which is fine. Let me... It's in the... mean, this is a much more measured negative. Early access, I get it, but seems to be a combination of Dishonored, Conan Exiles, Outward, and Alex 2. A few tidbits added in for flavour. I would agree it's actually quite a formulaic survival game, so that's fair enough. Graphics are fairly good, but can use some animation improvements. Storyline is scant, but hey, it's early access. You see, I think that there's been quite a lot of work done for the storyline. You just have to actually seek it out. I like the theme of the game, also the fact that it's much deeper than direct competitors like Enshrouded, but there are a lot of issues. Game isn't polished. I don't like icons of items, objects in a game. They're not clear enough. Why do different grades of items have the same icons? Fighting seems very clunky, not pleasant and comfortable to play. No dodging ability when fighting. You have to swap to a different weapon like knife in order to be able to jump away. Climbing needs a whole rework because it's entirely broken. Last patch broke performance of the game and added a couple more issues. Yeah. Game crashes all the time and is unplayable. I don't find that. Needs to be offline. Needs to be offline. It's not honestly expected. I mean, there are lots of online server, and the fact that you can co-op play means that you need to be in a live service game. I mean, people have very odd expectations. My silly bastard comment did make you chuckle. Well, I mean, if you're going to go AFK to cook dinner, why would you not log out of a live service game? Or expect to be kicked for inactivity? Virtually every live service game I know would kick you for inactivity. Because you're cluttering up the servers for other people. But no, you know, that's enough to give a negative review. And yes, Cade, are you ready to hence rage at stupidity and bad reviews? It's not rage. It is criticism. It's not rage. Are you ready to play some Unsolved Case? Would that be a thing that you would be like to... You're ready, are you? How dare the game not cater to one person's dinner time? I know, right? Maybe. So inconsiderate. Honestly, it stuns me, the entitlement some people show with these things. It really does. Right, let's leave that down there for the time being. Right, let me edit the category to unsolved. Oh. Okay. Right, I'm going to turn the music off. Or at least I'm going to try. There we go. Because you should be able to hear Unsolved Case now. And I need to do a thing with OBS. That. And then... that. And then... that one. Okay. I am ready. I don't know whether... oh, I need to pop into there and join Cade in Discord. Hello, Cade.
Hello.
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 Right.
Just tug that. Yeah. Have to look at that again. Didn't read the page. That menu.
Right, shall I create the game?
Yep.
Doing that thing. The invitation code, you should be able to see it. It should be on screen for you. But 8S6T33. Oh, I haven't done the thing with OBS. Well, that's stupid of me.
Can you type the code in DMs, please, Doris?
Sure.
I think I heard about half of that.
Well, I mean, it did alert me to the fact that I hadn't actually switched the scene over in OBS because I'm an idiot.
That's the right one. Yep. Sweet, thank you.
Oh, you can see it now, can you?
Yep. Right, I'm just going to do a quick bit of preamble and then
Okay.
I'll let you know. Where's the thing gone? There we go.
Are you streaming as well? There we go. If you want to see both sides of what we're up to.
Yep.
Okay.
Just gonna put the game up, would be a good idea. That's the only thing I've got left to do.
Oh, is sound coming through? That's my next. Probably not.
Screen seems to be good. Hopefully the mic is loud enough and music is quiet. Turn up a little bit more.
Right. Can stream hear the music? Should be able to, I think. Should be a little bit faint, but you should be able to hear it.
Stick that there so I can see that.
You've got me on your TV and Cade on your iPad. You're ready for the puzzles? Okay.
Game.
Ready?
Okay. Ready, yep.
Here we go. Starting the server up.
I haven't read much about it other than it's the prequel, so...
Yep, 11
and
puzzles
some puzzles
presents.
might be similar to what we've already done in the demo.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Unsolved case. Well, grinding some coffee. It's early in the morning. So one person's having coffee for
Oh, maybe.
breakfast and
Let's
somebody
look.
else is having whiskey for breakfast.
Baggage.
Stick that there.
These markings on the package.
Reminds me of something. An old case.
Okay, maybe.
Cryptic killer. I've got to contact Old Dog.
I've got to contact Ali.
Okay. Waiting for Cade. Okay. No problem. Aha! Okay.
I've got to contact Old Dog, but how? Maybe I can fix our old walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Ali, is that you? Come in. Come in.
Aye, calm down, it's me. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
A mysterious package from your old friend.
The very same. I don't like this.
That case has been closed for years.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
It's just like the old days. But how?
Let's just work together to crack this code and get in the package.
Okay.
Alright, moving on.
Yep. I need a combination. I've got feet. Something. I think it might be the fax machine and the cassette player. So I don't know what the feet thing was about. Okay, I have got a fax machine. And the fax machine has a letter in it. And the letter says, Detective Ali, you and Steve have been tracking me for years. You've followed my every step. Now it's time to play a game. Both of you have received a very special box. Its contents are for your eyes only, so I've locked it with a code that only the two of you can crack. When you open it, you'll know what to do. But if you try to break in, well, let's just say it'll be very bad news. Very bad news. Solve my puzzles, open the box. Do not let me down. Cryptic killer.
Mine's slightly different from my fax machine.
Okay.
Does your letter have little coloured squares on it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Right, okay. So I'm wondering if they're holes or are they tape marks?
I'm not quite sure what they are, but you don't seem to be able to do anything with them.
Okay, come back to that.
I've got
Well, I can work out what the letters are because it's fairly easy to...
Yeah, it's fairly easy to read.
Have you plugged in anything into the power bar?
I have.
Okay, so okay, we've done that.
I don't know what the feet thing is still, but I have got the tape recorder thing.
Yep. How many tapes have you got?
I've got 5 tapes. One's called Crack Off, The End, 6th of the 6th, 1995, Family, Walkies Talkies, and Identity.
I've got doubles, explosives, a blank, like it is no tape. Interview 6 of the 6, 1995, and then police report.
I wonder whether we should both listen to the ones that have got the date on them.
Yeah.
How do...
Open the tape with eject and then
Yeah.
close it.
Well, this is an open and shut case.
I agree. Suspect, we are arresting you for the abduction and endangerment of your sons, and we are recommending you for an assessment at the Anagram Asylum.
Your days are numbered. You will be going away for a long, long time, buddy.
Interview ended. 3:26 p.m. Tape 10. End.
So mine is called Tape 10 and the interview ended at 3:26.
I've got tape 1 and it started at 3:15 from the date tape. Playing that really helped with it.
I don't know. We could try using... You could try 3:26, I could try 3:15. Do you think it's worth listening to all the tapes?
I think so. What were you going to put the date into?
The 3 number combination that we need for opening the box.
Alright, got you. 3 digits. So the date wouldn't really...
I didn't say the date, I said use the time. So 3:15 and 3:26. 3:15 and 3:26.
Let's talk about your past.
Yeah,
It says here you spent some time in
it's like
Krakow a
first
few
digit
years
is the
ago.
fate.
You're wanted for crimes there
Second digit's
too.
the facts, third digit's the tape.
Excuse me?
Why don't you ask your friend Steve here? I thought you
I
looked
think that might be how
familiar.
mine, at least
That
was
is why
told.
you're even here, isn't it?
Detective, calm yourself. We'll continue the interview
gotta figure
later.
out which
End
one it
tape 6.
So I don't understand the fate one, no.
No, I don't quite
Right.
understand the feet one.
It's like a coroner's thing, and it's got a toe tag on it. So maybe we need to hear about a death.
Okay, so I've listened to Crack Off. That was tape 6. Maybe we do need to listen to all the tapes. Oh, family is broken. I think I might have broken my tape player.
Oh no. Oh dear. You've got the pencil.
I have got the
Right.
pencil, but I can't get it to rotate. Oh, there we go. People that aren't as old as us would not know what we're up to.
No, not like that one.
Start tape 7. Hey, buddy. I have one more question for you. Where's your wife?
No comment.
It says here
No
you...
comment.
No worries. We will ask your kids. You know, the ones you kept locked in your basement.
No comment.
Takes you back to recording the top 40 off the radio.
Nothing in that one. Last one.
I've done... Ugh, really?
I think mine just died.
I'm having issues with my tapes. The tape thing keeps pulling them apart.
My last tape decided to die,
But what I don't
that's fine.
understand is the walkie-talkies. If you want them to work together, you could put them in the same room. Why separate them?
Answer my colleagues' questions.
Got that
One
wrong.
cannot learn to appreciate what they have until it is taken away from them.
You're speaking from experience? What was taken away from you?
That's enough. Sit back down. Tape 4 over.
So I've got tape 4, tape 6, tape 7 and tape 10 so far.
I think I've got the rest of them.
Recommencing interview. This is tape 2.
Oh, I've
Our
got tape
police
2 as
discovered
well.
2 children locked in separate parts of the basement of your home. Could you please confirm their identity?
I will not.
They were your own kids.
Right,
How
first
could
one
you
is
do that?
9.
I wanted them to work together. People these days, they don't appreciate what they've
Second one
got.
is 5.
So I'm getting half of the
understand.
story about they found children in the basement of his home. They don't know where his wife is. There's
951.
something weird about 2 walkie-talkies. I mean, I presume the
9513.
police interview is number 1, is it?
One sec.
Okay.
Right, so that's... Right, so it doesn't actually confuse them, so it keeps the same order when I put them back.
You can't put them back in a different order.
No, it's default, isn't it?
Okay.
Which is helpful. Now mine's going all wrong now. Right, so tape 1 is... This is Detective Sergeant Alison Abernathy and Detective Constable Steve Kowalski on secondment from the Polish National Police. Steve present. Ali, we are conducting an interview with the suspect in the recent abduction of and the kidnapping case. The date is 6th of June 1995. It is 3:15 PM. This is tape 1. We will be numbering tapes to keep the interview organised. The interview commences now. Please state your name for the record. CK, I have the right to remain silent.
I think what we need is the number of the one that's missing. Didn't you say you've got one that's missing on your side?
Yep.
So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Do you know which numbers you've got?
9513.
You've got 9, 5, 1, 3. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. We're missing number 8. So I reckon 8's the third number.
So maybe I have the tape somewhere.
Okay. I'll let you have a look for it, but I reckon 8 is the third number.
Yep, don't see it.
There are 7 squares on my piece of paper from the fax machine.
Yep, same, 7.
So I reckon our numbers are going to be the same. We need to find out something about the corpse, though. Is there anything on the...
I have a autopsy file.
Okay.
Head, chest, both above the wrists, belly button just above the ankle.
I've got a disturbing picture of a child with various bits pulled off toys. So the dog's missing a leg, the bear's missing a head, and the robot's missing an arm.
Leg. Can you keep that up a second?
Sorry?
Leave that picture up. I'm just going to see what it draws if I draw something on my diagram. So leg to head. No, I haven't really worked out going past them.
Actually, the child's missing an arm too. Might be a doll, I suppose. Could be a doll. You said something about belly button?
Yeah, the belly button's marked as well. I don't think that's going to do anything. Just kind of drew an arrow.
I don't think I can look at anything else on the notice board myself.
No, I've only got tape and that.
Yeah, I've got tape in the picture. That's all I've got.
And desk is only coming up with tape, box or walkie. Nothing in the box, nothing on the chair.
I mean, I presume the plugging in was for the fax machine.
Yeah. I can't unplug it anyway, so I'm guessing that's...
So what? Maybe it's the number of limbs. Maybe it's the number of things missing. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 4 things missing.
Oh, it is. They are holes. Right, I think I've just sent you the fax.
Oh, we get to send them to each other?
Yeah. Right, I've sent you mine, I think, so you should be able to... Yeah. I think we have to overlap them and then make a note of the word that is produced.
Oh. So I've
Even
got...
though we already kind of know that.
Mine says 1 plus. Let me... Will you go in, please? Thank you. Right, sending you yours. Mine says 1 plus.
Thank you. TWO. Mine doesn't make any sense. TWOP 1US 2
1 plus 2 plus. So 3 is the answer.
and 3. Okay. Yeah.
So
That's what I
the
meant.
fax is 3, and we think that 8 is the cassette. So we need
we
to go back
can-
to the autopsy.
So will it just be the amount of crosses then? Is it that simple?
I haven't
7.
got any crosses on my diagram,
Try
on
7.
my picture. Try 7. So we're trying...
No, didn't open mine. 738 I've put in. Let's redo that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if
Yeah.
you're including the pictures of the kids, then it's gonna be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not before then.
Before.
Yep. Got it. GG.
Old dog, what is it?
It's, you should look for yourself. It's just like the old days.
So what's in the box?
Long time no see, Ellie.
You haven't changed one bit, old dog.
Nobody's called me that name in a long, long time.
Long time no see, Ellie. You haven't changed one bit, old dog. Nobody's called me in a long time.
We know we kept the
Hasn't we?
right
Oh,
guy,
mm.
so this'll just be some punk messing with us.
Let's just get this over with.
But what if...
No ifs. Let's just get in and out.
Right, let's cover all exits. You go low, I'll go high.
I quite like this comic strip sort of aesthetic. It's quite fun.
Certainly cuts down on animating it.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
But
boy,
it's a
got wires and all
consistent
sorts
style.
now.
So I'm in a warehouse sort of thing. I have a forklift truck. There's a book to my left. I'm not sure what's going on to my right. There's all sorts of... It looks like maybe an engine block. And there's a...
I recognise this
Keypad
sign.
right
it's
at the
Cryptic
end.
Killer's signature. We have to find a way inside.
Okay, so I've got another keypad. I need to look at the forklift. I need to look at whatever the pipes things are. And I need to look at what looks like a Polaroid picture.
I want to say Space Invader for the third one. Or a rake.
Oh, I've definitely got a pipe thing that's going on. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I've got various balls. I've got a pipe puzzle basically. I'm not sure how it works though.
I've got so many different things. I'm in like a security office with I would say a remote thing like you just described for yours, but just a remote. Looks like a camera to a...
Oh, were you flipping with the
Storage
remote
device.
a moment ago?
Yep.
Okay, so the remote that you've got operates the valves on my pipe puzzle. So you've turned the yellows off for me right now.
Yep.
That opens pipes for me. So I can let me put something in at the top. Could you switch off the red for a moment? Okay, put it back on. Switch off the blue. Okay, put it back on. Switch off the yellow. Okay, so I've managed to get a ball into like a lightning thing.
Yeah, and I've got the ball through to my side.
Okay. So
And
do we
now I
need
have
to
to-
put all of them through, do you think?
Well, I've got a scale as well.
Okay.
Well, the scale on mine has a math equation.
Turn off red, turn off blue.
One sec. Right, so we need 2 skulls,
Okay.
2 lightnings, and then 1 of each, the radioactive and snow.
Okay. Well, we'll do 2 skulls next. Turn off red, turn off blue. There we are, 2 skulls. Right, you want another lightning. Turn off red. Turn it back on. Turn off blue. Turn it back on. Turn off yellow. There's the lightning. Now you wanted a radioactive.
Yep.
Turn off yellow. Turn off red. Turn red back on. Turn... yeah, that's fine. You want a snowflake now, don't you?
Yep.
Turn off yellow. Turn off green. Turn off blue. There you go.
Sweet. Right, that gave me 8.
Okay. So the number is
It's all
8
pluses,
for
so-
that. So that's the Space Invader. I'm at the forklift truck right now. And I have 3 packages. One says K9, one says A2, and one says B4.
4, yeah.
So do you know what I'm doing?
Right, you need to give me, I think, the order of them, because I've just got 6 tiles with them numbers in 3 of them.
So K9 is at the top. Then A2 is in the middle. And then B4 is at the bottom. I can move my forklift.
Oh, so is it... Okay, I think that might be my... I'm looking at camera face then, so if you move it down... Let's see what happens.
Hope old dog can hear this.
Right.
I'm sure you can move it
Turning left.
Yeah, so you turned it.
Turning right.
Where's it going? Right, one more. Okay, then down. Then move down. Right, okay. And then you need to turn left and then forward. And again.
Turn left and forward or forward again.
Just forward. Right, so if I put that there, that gives me no option for that one.
You love the graphics? Nice.
Okay, so you need to turn left once, forward again. Okay, so that's gone the wrong way. Okay, turn twice either way. Forward, left, forward, left, forward. Right, so you're in B9 now, or B...
Right. So the number that's come up is a 5.
Let me just draw that. Okay, so turn around. And again, forward. So that means we're going back outside now, I think. So right, forward. Left, forward. And then right forward. Forward. Right forward. Left forward.
Ouch!
Can't go that way.
I bonked into something. I got hurt.
Well, there's a gap on my screen, so apparently that's not the way to go. Right forward. That doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe the number was all we required. Maybe the 5 was all we
I'm just
required.
wondering about the other two, A2 and B4 then. But if you can't get to them, then it must be just K9.
Hope old
Okay,
dog
you're
can
awesome.
hear this.
Right, we'll just have to rely on 5 then. And if not, we'll come back to it.
Okay. And then there was like a screen
I
thing.
recognise this sign. It's Cryptic Killer's signature. We have to
5
find a way
something
inside.
8. Is it the book? So I've got a TV guide, scheduling. It says 434 on it. Monday I've got House and Squid. Tuesday I've got Wheel and Zen. Wednesday I've got Fireworks Dog Show. Thursday News Birthday. Friday Cooking Football 11 Iron M. Saturday Hull Crime. Sunday Red Rum Hotel Bond Vet. Have you got something similar?
I've just got TV screen with a remote.
Okay. So it says something about 434. Draw 434. Do we know what day we are?
I can only put 2 numbers in for a channel. Well, I did maybe. I know where we started from. I just wondered if it was an open space, so I could go back through for the others. So I can put it on and I can put it off. I can change channels with an up and down. Change it with numbers and volume.
Change the channels and tell me what's on them.
Nothing. They're all nothing.
They're all nothing.
All white noise. That I've gone up to 20. And it's in both ways, negative and positive. So yeah, not really. What else can I change? Just coffee.
I mean, the red rum is famously from an old film. It's Murder Backwards. Was it? It's one of Alfred Hitchcock's, but I can't remember which one.
I'm not familiar with Hitchcock movies, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh, okay.
talking out loud. So I've effectively got the TV guide. Mine says it is the TV guide.
Yeah.
So I've got the Radio Times or whatever. Was it The Shining? In which case is not a Hitchcock movie. Stephen King, yes. So I'm just trying to work out what these mean. House, Squid, Wheel, Zen, Fireworks, Dog Show, News, B-Day, Cooking, Football, 11, Iron M, Hull, Crime, Red Rum Hotel, Bond, Vet.
So the volume doesn't change.
Yeah, I don't know what the 434 means. It's written at the top of my TV guide. Over the scheduling, it's got 4 on the H, 3 on the U, and 4 on the G. Are they... They coordinates for something? 4H, 3U, 4G?
I'm not sure what to do with that with what I have.
But if there's nothing on any of the channels, we can't work out what day it is or anything.
So there must be a channel number somewhere to say what is happening, so then you'd know what day.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's suggesting that there are 5 channels.
Right, there's nothing on the first 5. You never know if they've got more going the other way. Nothing on 0.
I mean...
Nothing on -5 either. There's no other buttons other than the remote one.
So what can we do with this?
There must be a hint somewhere.
I don't know why it says draw.
That's just for making notes, I think.
No. It says draw on my TV guide. I know the draw on anything to make
All
notes thing, but it says draw actually on my TV guide.
You be in like different angles, maybe. I can move these screens around here. So that was where we started. And then it moved into that one, and it moved into that one. And these couldn't get to A2 and couldn't get a B4.
Are you still looking at the TV?
I'm looking at my 4 screens for the security monitors. So I've got like them 6 monitors for where I was telling you with the forklift, and then I've got the monitor for the TV. That's where we started, yeah. And then we went into these 2.
But haven't we done the maze? Aren't we supposed to be on the TV shows?
I'm not. Maybe she's telling me something. I'm not sure what she's thinking at the moment.